Welcome to Transparent Conversations, Elevated Exchanges. It's Friday night, so it must be Friday Night Live on YouTube.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Transparent Conversations, Elevated Exchanges. It's not Friday night, but this is the Friday Night Live recording of the podcast that was supposed to be recorded on Friday night, that I actually recorded on Saturday, but didn't have any sound, that I'm having to re-record today on Monday. So this is going to be episode 8.50. That's episode 8. 53 days, 8.53, 53 days, and if you know, you know, and if you want to know, just ask me. We are elevated tonight, and tonight we're elevated on a strain. This was purchased from the Liberty Cannabis Establishment Dispensary on St. Thomas Road. This is an indica. No, I'm sorry, this is a hybrid indica, about 22%. It's nice, mellow. So we're elevated on that. That's it. First time, right? First time elevated, I think. It's pretty cool, chilling. So tonight we're gonna be talking about I don't know. Oh, Relationship Anarchy. I recorded like I said, I recorded the episode already. We're going to go into the check-in. So basically, we had plumbing issues on Wednesday, so I was late shooting the Wednesday recap. Then my father got sick on Thursday. He was out, so we had to continue the plumbing. We got that fixed by calling the plumber, so that was handled by Thursday night. By Wednesday morning, fellow was just dropping out. He was falling a lot, kind of disoriented. So we ended up having to take him to the urgent care center, and then we went to the emergency room. So they kept him overnight. Don't know really what. I think he had a fever, so maybe that was some of what was going on. He also what's happening? Oh yeah, he took a lot of tests, but nothing definitive. So just old age, I guess, and maybe just getting sick and not taking care of yourself. Because they said he was sick and he wasn't taking anything for that. So I don't know. Everything okay now. Got to hang out a couple of days. Just got to hang out, be in the house a couple of days. Kind of interesting to just actually be here, because usually during these times I'm out gone somewhere. So this actually now is different. I was actually here and able to help, and then still not take advantage of an opportunity to go out. So I'm definitely sticking to the plan, and not having to change any counts or days, and just enjoying life. Not enjoying it because we went out to. I think the whole family went out bowling. That was Saturday night? Yeah, Saturday night. And then I guess the next day, everybody's still hanging around. So I'm having to drive my mother back and forth. So driving to church. My brother came over here and they decided they want to go to dinner again down at National Harbor. Yeah, he's home. Pops did come home. My father did come home on Saturday. No, Sunday afternoon, right before we were going to dinner. We had to go pick him up. He didn't want to go to dinner, so I dropped him off. Then we went to National Harbor. I had dinner there. Redstone. They like Redstone. Yeah, I don't like Redstone. I'm tired of Redstone. Redstone needs to change their menu. Or maybe we need to stop going there. I think that's what's going to happen. So, yeah, I've been just having a great weekend with the bowling. I only got to really bowl like one game. Wasn't really anything serious. No one could really... we used to bowl a lot. We used to bowl in a couple leagues. No, we used to bowl in one league, couple seasons. It was a church league. I think my bowling got a lot better back then. Used to bowl a lot, practice everything. I think we did win a championship the first time. We won the championship first year. Yeah, that was cool. And then you just sort of get into it. You kind of bowling all the time, so you kind of understand how you get into your groove. And to me, it's just getting silent and just sitting there, just watching it, trying to find how I'm throwing the ball correctly, and then just keep doing that over and over again. But you have to really be quiet and find that time. So it's been good. So everything's been going good. Yeah, everybody's healthy now, and I'm able to finally get this done. Because I want to just go ahead and get this done. So talk about relationship anarchy. What the fuck is it? Because it's not something I want to talk about. The only reason I do talk about it is because it came up um, right in the middle of like it just came out of nowhere. It just really caused a lot of problems. I think it's just because it sounds like an interesting approach to having relationships, but then it's so out there that it can just it's just something that you probably wouldn't want to go through or follow, but it just makes sense that you might want to do it. So that's when you talk about it because it's not polyamory, right? It's not even. I don't know what it really is. It's like a relationship orientation, maybe, or just a way to. Okay, so basically, it's like this, right? We have relationships. Be there family relationships or romantic relationships or just friendships. They have like a hierarchy already built into them, right? Meaning that if you fall, you fall into, opposite, you fall in love with someone, be it, if you're a man, a woman, a man, whatever. If you're gay, whatever, you fall in love with somebody that you want that's someone to be your person. You know what I'm saying? That's the other half. Meaning that one person, once you're in a relationship with that one person, they become your spokesperson. They become the person who's allowed to speak for you if you're in the hospital once you get married. Even before that, then really, once you get married, they can persuade you to move to another state, country. That's your partner, and then that person takes precedent over everyone else, right? Because they have your ear. Their decisions, you base your decisions with them, thinking about them more than anyone else. And then the same, and then they have the right to speak for you when you can't speak for yourself, right? Meaning, hopefully, that you guys have talked about that and they're going to honor your wishes or they're going to do what's best for you or best for them. That's just how it is. So, in relationship anarchy, that person doesn't exist. There is no roles. Relationship anarchy is sort of like it's so. I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna play a video, and then we're gonna go ahead and see what we have. I looked at what I found out through using Gemini AI from Google to see what they say. But pretty much it's always the same. It's just like all relationships are the same. There's no hierarchy, right? Meaning that normally when you get involved in a romantic relationship and you're straight, heterosexual, I don't know, it's anything. When you get into a relationship and you go into romantic relationship and it's gonna go, the distance, you're gonna be on an escalator, meaning that you're gonna go through certain stages till you get to the top, and the top usually is marriage, right, or forever commitment, my partnership. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go, you're gonna meet somebody, you're gonna date, you're gonna talk. Then you go through a lot of different ones with these people. You're going to a lot of different people to find the one that you want to go, continue. That you don't want to get off the escalator. You want to go to the next floor, right? You're gonna find that person. You're gonna date, right? Then you're gonna stop dating other people because you spend all your time with this person. This person is it makes you happy. It makes you happy to be with them, and you're glad to do things with them. And then you're gonna, go to the next. Go to the next. It's gonna be courting, right? Courting is like you're gonna start talking about life. You're gonna start talking about life, how life is gonna look between you two, right? Because there's no one else included. Because it's only two. You may have kids, right? That's another thing. I mean, if you have kids, then they get involved into it. But this is just your first, right? Before you get married, your first time. You're gonna be in this whole thing about courting, right? This is when you start talking about how you're gonna live together, how's it gonna look, right? And you just get more and more in love. You start going on vacations together. Maybe you move in together, depending on whatever. And then all of a sudden, there's gonna be a marriage. Then you get married. That's the top. That's relationship escalator. Now, if you're a relationship anarchist, there is no escalator. Every relationship comes the same. Relationships can be you could be monogamous in your relationship anarchist, meaning that you're married, but you just married in a way, maybe some physical reason or for legal reason that you want to get married to someone, but then that's what you'll do. You'll get married to someone for a legal reason. It's not based on, I love you and I want to get married to you. It's based on, okay, we love each other, right? We like being with each other, but it's easier if we just do this, right? To knock thing out, this little issue that may have come up in our cohabitation, right? And then that same logic or practice would be for every other relationship, family, friends, everything. Everything is pretty much on the same level. Now, for some reason that sounds good, right? Doesn't sound good to me anymore because, I believe in the relationship escalator. I believe in falling in love with one person or two. I believe in falling in love with people. I'm sorry, not one person, two people, but falling in love with the person and then keep going to another level. So there is a desire to be in partnership with people, and have that trust and that knowledge of what they want to happen. That could speak for them and they could speak for me. But that takes it takes a relationship escalator, right? It takes a name. I don't know how it's going to work like that. And the problem is, I think also when you have that, you have a standard, or you have a standard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm going to be with you, like, let's say you're going to be a tertiary relationship, or just go on vacation every year, something like that, right? Those are different. But once you get to the point where somebody's going to be your partner in your life, a nesting partner, anchor relationship, whatever you want to call it, a primary, somebody who is going to be able to speak for you, it kind of feels like I have to differentiate that person to me. It makes more sense, right? Because I'm going to tell this person, as much as I can be transparent as possible, but even to be more transparent to this person, because they're going to respect my wishes. You know what I'm saying? If I'm out, or they're going to know what my wishes are. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do, but then they're gonna also understand. I don't care. Fuck, do what you do. What you need to do for yourself. If you need to have a horse-drawn carriage, and my body, that's what you're gonna do. Do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone. I'm not there. But I want you to be okay with what you need to do. But these are the conversations that I think you would have, right? I think you need to have those conversations on someone who's on your same level, right? And those levels. those, those levels come from, you have to be past judgment. You just can't. You get to a point where I think, like, but I believe in, like, that energy, that click you have with people. Like, some people you have a click with, and you automatically just know that you can be with them and they can be with you. Like, there's gonna be something here. That happens very rarely, right? But when it does, you already know. You just stop all the bullshit and just start talking real, right? That don't happen with so many people. Some people is like, it's like, okay, all right, I get it. They're nice to talk to. They're fun, but it just doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like I'm gonna enjoy the quiet times. Does that make sense? There are some people you just can be with, and you don't have to say nothing, and it's just quiet time. It's okay. But then some people you feel like you have to always talk. You know what I mean? Let me take a minute too, and then we're gonna go to the video to see a more maybe a better explanation of what relationship anarchy is. But it's gonna be like, it's free for all. You know what I'm saying? Not even just a free for all, but I think it's just a leveling of the playing field, meaning that I would like to let relationships develop or just be what they're going to be without finding out, giving it a role or a place, or you know what I mean. So hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go do this. If you have an opportunity to like, share, subscribe to this channel, podcast, whatever. If it's something that you may want to help promote or share with anyone else who may find benefit from this, it's just me trying to survive after living a lot of weird little lives, little lives. After going on monogamy addiction, and still trying to make my way through it correctly. And now at this point, just not giving up, even if because everybody's not going to do it the same way. You might not. What's that thing called? NAA. That might not be your thing. I don't know. Find what you do. Whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do. And that's what I'm doing. So I don't know if that's the way to go. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and switch back over and then watch this video. Her name is Kale. Her information will be in the show notes to look at it if you want to go deeper into relationship anarchy, right? I might do the pros and cons. What are the pros and cons of it? I'll think about it. For Wednesday, this is the last Friday. We're still gonna do a Wednesday recap show. Hopefully nothing's gonna come up. Everything's be straight. So let's go ahead and do the food for thought first through Shi Heng Yi. And it's gonna be about peace. What's more important to you, happiness or peace? And this makes a lot of sense to me now. I've never had it put like this, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. Because I will say seek peace more than I would talk about happiness.
Are you happy?
It's a difficult question. I'm not searching for happiness. I'm searching for peace. So my state of what I'm aiming for, I would say it is peace. If there's happiness, there is sadness. If something can rise, something must fall. If you can attain something, there's something to lose. That's why I stopped a moment. I don't know what type of happiness you mean. Being satisfied with where I'm standing, yes. Does it mean that I don't have hard moments? I have hard moments. And that's why for me, like, what is it I ultimately look for? I would call it, it's just peace.
Are you at peace?
More and more, yes.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I was trying to explain to my mother this weekend what I'm talking about. Where I'm at, right? Like, I'm not, firstly, I'm gonna have she has to depend on me, right? Because Pop's in the hospital, and I had to, I'm trying to assure her that, what I'm saying, like, what I probably would normally have done back in the day is I would disappear when I thought nothing else about it, and who knows how it worked out. But now it's just like I can just say specifically, or I can say, with assurance that I'm gonna be here to do what I need to do for you, and just to be here in place as I'm supposed to be. I don't have that. That's gone now. That little desire, whatever that was, I know that drove me to where did it take me to? Anxiety, right? I'm talking about, like, I know I'm not supposed to be there, and I'm just anxious, and I don't know why. After living, such an anxious life, to still want to do something that makes you more anxious, right? Like, now it's like, for me to just go back there now, to be subject to my addiction, active addiction. It's like, well, I just can't. I mean, stopping is hard, right? But then using is harder. You know what I mean? Like, just not being able to, control yourself, or, just make a plan. What you gonna do tomorrow? I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow because I get paid tomorrow. Who knows what's gonna happen? That kind of thing. It's like, nah, this is much better. This is much better. And stop. I don't want to have to stop because I have to take drastic measures to stop. You know what I'm saying? It gets worse and worse. So, to me, to put myself in that position where I have to try to stop again, who knows if I'll be able to, and who knows if I don't want to, who knows if I don't just want to just go ahead and give it up. So this is better. This is better. This is better. It makes more sense for me right now. So yeah, let's go. I think we did the video on the peace, and that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Peace is important when you know what causes what causes your anxiety, and what pulls you away from being peaceful. Like, chasing something to be happy is ridiculous, right? Because you might not get it, but to being peaceful for where you are, knowing that you're doing everything that you can do and want to do, and are able to do, is even better. You know what I mean? Because that doesn't change, right? Who you are, and what you're doing, as long as you know you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to go and try to be with anybody, I don't know how I'm bringing this up. I be with anyone from my past. Would I be happy with that? I don't know. Maybe too, but I'm talking about for the general. Nah, no. There's only a couple of times that I was at peace. You know what I mean? Who I actually just felt peaceful. It wasn't about filling up all the time. It was enjoying the quiet times too. Even enjoying the quiet times more sometimes than just the time. You know what I mean? Like, I was very happy just driving up to New York, taking Heidi to New York like once a month or a couple times a month. Just driving in the car with her there, that was happy. That was good. That was all. You know what I'm saying? That was better than anything I ever could have had. Anyone else. And that doesn't happen but a couple of times, too. All right, so we're gonna watch this video on. I'm gonna get a detailed explanation of what relationship anarchy is, and then I'm gonna just read some things from Gemini, some AI stuff, what they think a relationship anarchy is. And I think we're all gonna be on. We're all gonna be on the same page. The Swedish, yeah, sure, no, that's up there. That's a very, yeah, kind of egalitarian type people. Boundaries. Okay, see, that's more about swinging stuff like that. See. Excuse me. It's been a rough couple of days. Okay. Yeah, see, that was like I said, that was Kale. Her information will be down below if you want to know more about Relationship Anarchy. So, so let me tell you what my thing about Relationship Anarchy. Um, I think if you're into, I don't know, not having labels or not wanting to do labels or anything like that, then that makes more sense to you. But then both you have to be on that same, or however many of you have to be on that same type of vibe, right? Because um, I think the way I took it was this. I took the way that when I first heard it was totally like a different relationship anarchy. Like like a configuration. Like you have triad, quad, things like that. Relationship anarchists meaning that so the thing about is in polyamory though, one person or ethical monogamy, it's one person shouldn't be your everything, or one person doesn't have to be your everything. So when you look at the ability or the desire to have more than one relationship or more than one romantic relationship is that every relationship is not gonna feel the same, right? Every relationship can't feel the same because everybody's just different. So if you always I don't know, I've always put a certain feeling or a certain emotion or I don't know sureness when I see somebody that's in my on my in my vibe, like I could be with this person like right away. I already know by the way they look and move, and dress and talk and everything. This is like this is one of my people. You know what I mean? Like that just clicked and it's just there. But then that doesn't come all the time. But you do. So in this community, you are allowed around fewer people, but fewer people who can have more relationships, or who want to have more relationships. So then you're like cutting, saying like okay, well, this doesn't mean da 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 da, or not to me. It just don't have that same feeling, but maybe it's a new feeling I might want to have, or that might be enough, or I want to explore, right? So you have these relationships that don't make sense, but you do them anyway because it's just like, well, I can have more relationships, and I end up cutting it anytime I want to because we're not really trying to be each other's everything. We're just trying to see what's up, right? And I think that's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of time now. Yeah, I would. I'm older now too, so I got less time to really want to bullshit, less people to bullshit with. So I think that it just was like an open time. I was just doing all kind of relationships. Some relationships was definitely. I probably thought more of them, and I went further faster, right, and then end up wasting time that I didn't need to waste, right? Or it just I had to process feelings and emotions and relationships that I've known would have been like, nah, I'm good. Because I already know it's not, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be one of those relationships where I have that feeling. You're not gonna be one of my people, because we don't catch like that. I don't enjoy the quiet times. When I feel that I need to have to say something, that's just weird to me. Like, why am I saying it? I don't have to, right? I don't have to, but I'm just gonna be quiet. If I feel like that there is something to talk about, we talking about it. It's a lot all the time. So let me read this one thing. Relationship Anarchy is a philosophy and approach to relationships that applies anarchist principles to intimate connections. Okay. Right. Instead of adhering to social norms and hierarchical structures often found in traditional relationships, like prioritizing romantic relationships, which we do, because you can have sex in those. I can't have sex in that ones. Over friends, that's kind of important, right? Over friends or family, relationship anarchists emphasize autonomy, anti-hierarchical practices, anti-normativity, and community interdependence. So you just basically just want to be on your own in a relationship. You don't want to actually be in a relationship. So I want to be in this thing that's not a relationship, and this person is not my partner. We in love, but we don't really, don't really mean anything more than I like my sister. Yeah. I mean, basically, right? Yeah, my daughter's coming here tomorrow, so tomorrow night. So gotta deal with her in the current situation. So, yeah, what I just read right there is like, okay, you just want to do some weird shit. I used to really respect Relationship Anarchy, which I still do, but I'm still like, I don't get it. I just had so many. When I put that into my vocabulary, put that into practice, to me, it just mean like, okay, what you want to do? You like me? I kind of like you. I kind of want to be in a relationship with you. You're kind of interesting. You're kind of cute. So I wasn't like, because I had more capacity to be in different relationships, right? And it doesn't mean that I'm going to be spending all my money on these relationships because I'm only spending my money on a relationship that I want to be in. That's for sure. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go too deeper into it. Other than it's just like just be aware of it. I guess be aware of it, and I think that if it's for you, it's gonna ring true like right away. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be trying to do any and everything to everybody. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna close this out real quickly right now, and then I'm gonna just do. I'm gonna do the. Do you think I'm different if I'm elevated? Good question. Answer that, please. So yeah, I'm gonna do the pros and cons on the Wednesday recap. We'll hopefully be on Wednesday. I don't think anything else is gonna happen other than like I said, my daughter's coming here tomorrow night. Be here for a few weeks, I guess, and then but nothing else is happening. I think no one else getting sick. Who knows? Maybe I'll get sick or I'll be better. All right, so I'm out. I had to get this done. I'm glad I got it done. Everything's still on track. Follow me if you want to, but don't. 'Cause I don't know where I'm going, and when I get there, I might not want you there. So find your own way, and then maybe we'll meet someplace else. I think I like that. So I'm gonna be gone. I'm getting out of here. Getting this done, and then I'll see y'all on for oh no, I'm sorry, Wednesday for the Wednesday recap. We're gonna do the pros and cons of Relationship Anarchy. I probably do that in one sentence, but we'll see. All right, I'm out. Peace.
All right, people, we out. Choose love every time, and things will work out. All right, peace. See you next week.
Love you.